Hi lovely people, how are you? Yeah, today we are sewing a blouse. We are sewing a blouse. So let me check something here so that we can start. Yeah, how is everyone? How are you doing? Give me a minute. Give me a minute. All right. Okay. How is everyone? A good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Here it's afternoon, but maybe there it's morning, night, evening, I don't know. So whatever time it is, good that. Good that time, yeah. So I'm sewing a blouse for someone, and it's going to have long sleeves. Why is my camera shaking? I hope it's showing now. So it's going to have long sleeves, not just long, but longest. Yeah, it's going to have the longest sleeves, almost to the ground. So we are going to start with pattern drafting and draft the front and the back. Then we are going to use this material. We are going to use this material for the blouse. It will have an under blouse, but today I'm going to do the top part alone. Okay, so we are going to begin with pattern drafting and do the rest. So let me put this aside and first see how my pattern is going to be. So this is what we are going to use. We shall have some excess remaining, I think, because it's too big. So hi Zaid, hi Staiban. Oh my god, the name is a bit complicated. So how is everyone? These are the measurements we are going to use. Yeah. So I'll start with should I start with the back? Okay. Let me start with the back. Wait a minute. Let's start with the back. I'll use this marker. It's sharper than this one. So we are going to start with the back of our blouse. It's going to have a zipper on the back. I always tell you, if you want to leave a zipper, you're going to separate 2 inches. This ruler is 2 inches, so you're going to leave 2 inches away. You're going to take away 2 inches from your pattern paper. So these 2 inches will accommodate the zipper allowance. So please feel free to subscribe, hit the notification bell. Yeah, you'll be notified when I come live or when I put up any video. So this is the shoulder line. Okay, so we are going to take our bust measurement. We are starting with the vertical measurements first. The bust is 12 inches. 12 inches. Shoulder to bust is 12 inches. Shoulder to under bust is 15.5. Shoulder to waist is 18. Then my blouse length, I'll use 25. Yeah, so it's supposed to be 22, but I'll leave in some inches. Okay, let me make it 24. The 2 inches will be for the hem. Okay, so I'll come this side as well and take 12 bust measurement, 15 and a half for under bust, 18 for the, so it's 12, 15 half, 18 and 24. All right, so I'm going to mark these lines. So we are going to mark our lines. This is the bust line, under bust, waist line, hip line, as it's the full length. So we are going to take our neckline. I'll take a neckline on the horizontal measurement to be 3. So my shoulder measurement is 15. 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. So I'll take 7.5 here and come and take again 7.5 on the bust line. So on this point, I'm going to come out by 2 inches from the bust line, 2 inches, and from there I'll make another line, which will be our chest line. So I'm going to come here on this point and come down by 1 inch to make a shoulder slope. Then I'll make it like this. So I'm going to connect this to this. So why I made this point here is to make the line straight. So you must make sure that it points here and here. So I'm going to take the line like this. Remember, this is our back pattern. So on the neckline of the back, we are going to come down by 2 inches. You can take 1.5 depending on what you want. Okay, so I'm going to divide this line by 2. I'll divide this by 2. And whatever I get is where I'm going to start my armhole. So I'm going to come from here and take the bust measurement. Our bust is 43. 43 divided by 4 is what? 42 divided by 4 is 10.5. 41 inch divided by 4 is 2.5. So I'm taking 10.75. Yeah, it's 10.75. 43 divided by 4 is 10.75. Yeah, 10.75. So I'll use the same measurements here. 10.75. Let me extend this line. So I'll come on my waist and take my waist measurement, divide by 4. My waist here is, my waist is 40 inches, divide by 4, which makes it 10 inches. My hip measurement is 41. 41 divided by 4 is 10.25, I assume. 41 divided by 4 is 10.25. Really? Yeah. So I'm going to extend a bit on this line to give it shape. Okay, I'm going to extend a bit this line because it will not give a good shape. I told you structures, body structures are different. So since this bust is bigger than the hip, I'll extend this a bit. I'm going to extend this a bit and take, I'll take 11 inches. Or I'll take 11.5. Let me add. I'll add, let me add 1 inch. 1.5. 10.5. Okay, let me add 1.5 inches. So I'm going to add a sewing allowance on all these lines. A sewing allowance of 1 inch. 1 inch. 1 inch. 1 inch. Okay, so the extra I'm adding is a sewing allowance. So I'll not have a dart for this blouse in the back. I'll make it dartless. Okay. All right. So I'm going to come here as well. I'll come here as well and carve this in. So we are going to make our, we are going to add our zipper allowance. Okay, so for the zipper allowance, I'm going to come here and add 1 inch. Here I'll not add on the waist, and here I'm going to add 1 inch. So there are 2 ways you can do this. I'm going to show you both ways. So I'm going to come in here by 1 inch. Okay, so from this line here to here, I'm going to come in on my pattern by 1 inch to the waistline and come out from the waistline back to the hip line. So whatever I'm making here, this is the pattern. If I want to cut it without zipper allowance, I'll cut like this. Okay, but I'm going to add my zip allowance of 1 inch. So I come here like this to the waist, then I connect this back to the hip line. So I'm going to replace this 1 inch I've taken off from here, this side. Okay, so I'll come this side and add 1 inch, and I'll take the measurement again. All right, so this is our back pattern. And again, I'm going to do something else. This was my waistline. Okay, so I'm going to come on my waist. On my waist, I'm going to remove gapping in the back. I'm going to come on this my waist and come down by 1 inch, by 0.5 inches, and come up by 0.5 inches. So you can take it from here. Yeah. So we are avoiding gapping in the back. Remember, we have a zipper on this, our top. So I'm going to bring this and connect it to here, and bring this as well and connect it to here. I'm taking that 1 inch from the center back. Okay. All right. So I told you I'm not putting that on my center, on my back. So let me explain a bit here in case you have not understood. We want our, remember the back is not straight. Our backs are not straight. Okay. So the reason as to why we slant in like this is to have a good flow of our blouse on the back, and also to remove bulging. So we come from here and connect the 1 inch, the zipper allowance. We add the 1 inch, we don't take it on this side. We take it coming in on the waistline, and then it goes out to the hip line. So this 1 inch I've left here is for the zip allowance. The only thing I've done is I've brought it in a bit, and then what I brought in the 1 inch, I compensated it on this side. I hope you understood me. Another thing I'm going to do on this pattern, this is optional, but you can do it. You are going to come up here by 0.5 or 1 inch or 0.75, whatever works for you, and you are going to curve this in to give our blouse a good shape down. So this is optional, it's not a must. It's not a must. I repeat that, it's not a must. So you do it if you like it. If you don't like it, it's your choice too. So this is our pattern. This is our zipper allowance.
This one cut, please.
Want scissor? Okay. So this is our zipper allowance. So we don't need to add more allowance in this. We don't add anything here. We've added the zip allowance, we've added the sewing allowance on this side. So no need to add anything again. So I always add a 0.5 allowance here. I use my eyes to measure it. So after this, I'm going to cut here. Ooh, I didn't want to separate it, but I did, not intentionally. So I remove this. I told you it's optional. You can leave it, you can remove it. All right, so this is our back pattern. Okay. So let's do the front. So for the front, I'll use this paper. As I did, I'm going to mark the starting point. All right. So I'm going to mark my bust measurement was 12. The under bust was 15.5. The waist was 18. And we took 24 for the full length. So I'm going to do the same for this side. Bust 12, 15 and a half, 18, 24. All right. So this is our bust line, under bust, waistline, and hip line is the same as full length for this case, and this is our shoulder line. So we are going to take our shoulder, divide by 2, which is 7.5, and we use the neckline of 3 inches. So whatever we use on the back on this line is what we use on the front. So we are going to come here again and measure the 7.5, and then on that same line come up by 2 inches to make a chest line. Then from this line come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope, and then I'll make the chest line here and make the shoulder slope here, then connect here. So we are going to divide this by 2. Whatever we have here, we are going to divide it by 2. And come in by 0.5 inches. So we are going to come in by 0.5 inches. So we are going to take our bust measurement, divide by 4 plus 1 inch. So our bust divide by 4 was 10.75 plus 1 inch, making it 11.75. We are taking the same measurement on the bust line, 11.75. That includes the allowance for, that includes the allowance for, that includes the sewing allowance. So we are going to come on our waistline and take our waist measurement, divide by 4. Our waist was measurement divide by 4 was 10 plus 1 inch, which is 11. We are going to come on our hip measurement. Our hip measurement was 10 point what? It was 10.25. Okay. Plus 1 inch was 12.25. Plus 1 inch was 11.25. Wait, I remember I added some allowance, so I'll just come here. Remember, this 1 inch is zipper allowance, so I added in some measurement, which is around here. So I'll mark where I took off this. So this was the point. Okay, I'll not have to stretch so much. I have my back pattern, I just place it here. So and just do this. This is the point I put the curve. All right. Okay. So this will be it. Now we are going to join our We are going to join our armhole. Remember, we have 3 points. You come here to here, and then from here you come here like this. All right, so for the front neckline we shall take how many inches? How many inches? 3.5. I think 3 is enough. Okay, let me take 3.5. 3.5. 3.5. So hi Oliviera, how are you? Can you see me? No dear, I cannot see you. I can't see you, but I can see your text. So yes, we are going to take a neckline of 3.5 inches by 3 inches. So this will be our front neckline. So we are done with our pattern. I think there is nothing missing. There is nothing missing. Nothing missing. This pattern should not be equal. Reason being, the measurement we took here is not the same. So yeah, it should not be equal. If it was like that, we would have used just one pattern. So this is the front. I add the 0.5 as I told you here. So we now have our 2 patterns, the front pattern and the back. We've made our patterns dartless. They don't have dots. Okay, so it's up to you. You can add that if you want. Yeah, it's not like you shouldn't have dots, but for our case we've made it without dots. So I want to try as much as possible to center this. You see this part? I want it to be in the center. In the center. So I don't know what I should do, but I must center it. I must center this. So remember, we are cutting our front on fold. Okay? So it must balance so well. Let me see how I do it. It's not working. I see myself repeating the work. I've started seeing myself repeating the what? The work, because I want this exactly in the center. What do I do? What do I do? I see myself repeating. Oh my God. I'm on the way to repeating the front pattern and making a princess dart. Reason being, centering this to fit all the sides might be difficult. I did not think about it. So let me see if it's not working. Oh my goodness. If it's not working, I have to make a princess dart pattern. So just pray for me that it works. The owner of this dress wants that this part is in the center. It's in the center. So the way we have to do it for it to be in the center is to split the pattern. Because if I place it like this, if I try to place it like this, if this has to fit on both ways, it's not going to be in the center she wants it. It is going to be away from the center. So what we have to do is to split this pattern and make it a princess dart. But to make it a princess dart, or just split it, I'm still thinking of how to do it. If I do like this, it's not the center. So just pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me. Let me see. You know it's not good to annoy your customer. If she has specific instructions, it's specific. So if we make this a princess dart, or we don't make it a princess dart but split the pattern, we might capture the center as we want. All right, I think that will do better. Will this work? I think so. Okay. So I have to improve this pattern. I might not make a princess dart, but let me see how I can improve it and use it. Okay. This dress has instructions. This top has instructions. I need this exactly. So I have to follow. It is very important. You might say, oh, this will look good. And the customer says, no, I didn't like it. You know? So I have to divide this by 2. Divide this by 2. I'm going to split the front pattern. It's 4.5 divided by 2. 4.5 divided by 2 is what? I'll take this off. It's just disturbing me for nothing. 4.5 divided by 2. It's here. So I'm going to come on this pattern and take a nipple to nipple measurement. Nipple to nipple measurement. I don't have the nipple to nipple measurement. What I'm going to do, I'll use nipple to nipple measurement is round the bust divided by, where is the, I don't have calculator. Let me see. Nipple to nipple, round bust divided by 8 minus 1 inch. So round the bust divided by 4 is 10. Let me see. Round the bust divided by 4 was 10.75. 10.75 round the bust divided by 8 divided by 8 is 10.75. Give me a minute. I'm trying to calculate with my, okay, minus 1 inch. So it's 4.5. But most people, the nipple to nipple of 4 inches is enough. So I'll take the nipple to nipple of 4 inches. Okay, I'll take 4 inches. 4 inches. 4 inches. I'm using a standard. Most people nipple to nipple is 4 inches. But in case you calculate, you can use your nipple to nipple measurement, your round bust measurement, divide by 8 minus 1 inch. Is that the right? I think it's the right measurement. I'll check it out. I think it's the right measurement. It's what I've used, but it's 8 point some, it's 4 point something, but I use 4. So I'm going to come and divide this pattern. I've not used the princess dart, so I'm just dividing it. Okay, now I'm going to take away 1 inch. I'm going to put a bust dart. I'll use 1 inch. Okay, use a bust dart of 1 inch. One inch is enough, I think, or 1.5, whatever. Let me use 1.5. Let me use 1.5. I told you for the bust dart, you can take your bust measurement minus your under bust measurement, and you divide that by the dart you need to use. Sorry, to get this, you get your back waist measurement and the front waist measurement. The difference between the two is what you take for this dart. So I'm going to split my pattern. I did not put a dart here, reason being I already measured and I cut out the pattern. So I cannot, if I had to put a dart here, it means I have to extend here to accommodate the dart. I'll not do that. So I'll just go for this. When you're cutting here, you have to add sewing allowance. One thing we have to do is to add 1.5 inch here down. So I had some excess paper here. I had an excess paper here. So I'm going to join here. So to make this straight, we added 0.75 on this line. So I'll square this first. It was like this, okay, initially. So this was the line, the initial line. Let's do it like this. So I went down here. I reduced 1.5. 1.5 is here. .5 is here. Here we did not reduce any line. So again, I'm going to come up on this line by 1.75. From here, I'm going to come up by 1.75. So let me use this. So this, what I'm doing is to compensate for this gap I've reduced here. So I'm going to straighten this line like this. We might have some excess here, but we shall cut it off when on the time of sewing. All right. Okay. So this is what we are going to use for our front. And make sure that your bust line coordinates. Okay, you can see this line is longer because we added this. I told you we shall cut it off when the time comes for joining. So this line, you'll notch when you're cutting. You are going to notch this line here. They must face each other. Okay. So this is what we are going to use for the front. I cut the back first. I think this should be on the sides. That's what I think. These pattern clothes are not so easy to. So this side front, I'll use these sides, the sides of this cloth. Why? Because if I use this and I join it on this center part that is going to face each other, it will not look good. So what I have to do, I have to use this on the side. This, it will be on the sides. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut 2 pieces on the side. So I have to make sure that everything connects to the other, so that the blouse doesn't look like an accident. It does not look like an accident. So I have to be intentional. Yeah, I have to be intentional about this kind of cutting. So I'm arranging this and I'm going to pin. So we are going to get our center front part. Okay, and we need a sewing allowance on this line. So I'm leaving some small inches. Told you with this we have to be intentional. The blouse should not look like an accident, so we have to follow up particular order. All right, so I'm going to place this here, and whatever I leave here will be for the sewing allowance. Okay, so I'm going to pin. Make sure everything is in alignment. You make sure. You have to make sure everything aligns. This is non-balancing here. I want to try to be exact. Okay. All right. So I pulled this a bit. I told you I want to be a bit exact with what I'm doing. All right. Okay, so I'm going to pin. So here we've cut the two sides of the side. This is the side front. Okay, so we've cut the two sides together and they are facing each other, so it's supposed to be like that. Okay, so we are going to cut. We are going to cut. So we don't need sewing allowance here, okay? We already added the sewing allowance. I remember, so if I didn't add, you tell me that you did not add. I remember I added. So I remember I added. I'll pin this here. So I usually don't add sewing allowance in the armhole. I don't. But if you like for yourself, you can do. You can add, but I usually don't. Personally, I don't. So everyone does what is good for them. So you can add in yours. I think this scissor is not very sharp anymore. I need to change scissor. Okay. So here we are cutting. Here as well. So I told you we need sewing allowance in this part. In this part we need some sewing allowance. Okay. So we don't need sewing allowance here. Remember we added this cast 0.5. So we don't need to add. So we are done with our front side parts. This is the side front. Side front. So we are going to cut our center front piece. This is our center front. I'm trying to straighten it up. Okay. Remember, we have to cut the center part. But I don't have to waste as well, so I have to cut the center part on one part of the center like this one. But let me check the back first. I'm avoiding to sew this on the zipper. So for the back, I'm thinking of using this as the center part. This will not be the center part. So let me see. I don't want to waste. That's what I'm avoiding. I'm avoiding wasting. Avoiding wastage at all costs. At all costs. So, what do I do? What do I do with this? Need this part for the back. All right. So I'm going to use this part to cut the back. Because I cannot sew this on a zipper. So I'll use this as the center back. This. I don't want to struggle sewing the zipper on. My goodness, sorry. Okay, so we are going to pin this for the back as well. Make sure everything is straight. Okay, I think this is enough. All right.
إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
Sorry, let me start from this side.
الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله
So we are going for the center part.
سمع الله الله أكبر الله 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 أكبر
So I'll use this part for the center. So remember our center is on fold. Maybe I'll use this part for the facing. This part. So make sure you arrange everything in the right order. No need allowance of allowance here, we already added it. So we shall just pin.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله
Okay. So we are going to cut out this. Okay. My scissor is not sharp enough. Add another scissor. Let me try to look for it and make something neat. Where did I put them? Okay. Let me use, because this looking for the scissor right now might waste my time. So I'm trying to shape this up the right way. I usually want to leave a 0.5 sewing allowance in between this, the pattern on the outside or on the side seams. I can leave the 1.5 or 1 inch, but in between here I love leaving like 0.5. Sometimes sewing allowance, when it's too much, taking it out might become a problem. So I love leaving what I can take out better. So we now have all our parts. We need to cut the sleeves and the facing. I'll use facing. I don't have a bias tape of this color, so I'll use facing. Or I can use this to make a bias tape, but okay, I'll see about that. What else I need? What else I need? I need to make sleeves. Let me first take this, then I'll see about the facing.
problem?
Maybe no water. Water.
Look,
Fimoy?
I don't know.
Maybe water. Sometimes water problem. So this is the back. Ask Mustafa, maybe he knows. Mustafa, good Mustafa. Check water, maybe water problem.
This is cover not here.
Maybe water.
Laundry, okay.
Huh? Maybe water. Check good Mustafa, check water. Check water. Water problem, Mafi work. Okay? Mafi open. Just tell Mustafa to check. Okay.
So,
Leave. Guli Mustafa check water. Kalas Guli Mustafa check water by then wash. Mafi close, error. Mafi open. Okay? Kali, by then Guli Mustafa check water. Check water, okay? Check. Kalas, work. Sorry for that. So this is the back. This is our back. And this is our front. So we captured what we wanted to capture for the front. So this is how it is going to be. We just change it like this. This is how it is going to be arranged. Like this. Okay. So that's how it will be in the front. And this is how it will be in the back. So I told you we have to be intentional about this in the arrangement, because if we cut this side, it will join here and it will not look good. So for this again will join on this part, and this again will be joining on this part. So it will be somehow like this. So we are going to put long sleeves, long to the floor, and that will be it. So I'll put this aside and make a sleeve pattern. What paper should I use? Let me use this to make a sleeve. Then I will start doing the rest later. So I'm making a straight line here to get a starting point for my sleeve. So I always tell you this ruler is 2 inches. So I'm going to make a starting point for my sleeve. And from here I'm going to determine how high I want my scarf cuff to be, sleeve cuff to be. So I'll make 4 inches, then come here and make 8 inches. Now let me make 5 inches. My sleeve length will be 23. No, it's more than 23, but I'll first stop at 23. It's going to be down to the floor. Okay, so I'll come this side as well and mark 5 inches and mark 23 inches. So this will be my bicep line, and this will be my wrist. So I'm going to measure from here to here and get the middle point. The 23, half of 23 is what? Is 12.5. I'll take this line to be my elbow line. I just estimated because I did not measure that. So I'm going to divide this by 2, which is 2.5. So I'll come from here and come to this point and mark also here and come to 4. And on this line I'm going to divide by 2, which will be 2.5. So when I'm bringing my sleeve cuff, I'm going to come to this point like this. Okay, so I will come like this. If you're using hand, and my hand is not handing. My hand is not handing. Okay, so I'll use a curved rule. So it's like this. I come like this, come on this point that I told you. I come like this. If you can use free hand, it's okay. If you can't use free hand, it's also okay. Yeah. So my bicep divide by 2. The bicep I'm dealing with divide by 2. I don't want it so big. I remember it was what? Let me check. Let me use my hand this time, though it's not mine. 7.5 from it's 14 divided by 2, 7 plus 1.5 inch. Plus 7 plus 1.5 inches 8. Okay, so we are going to take 8 for this. And before even we go anywhere, where is my you have to make sure that your armhole measurement is covered on this sleeve. Okay, round your armhole is covered. It's 20. Okay, it's usually 21. So I'll extend this line a bit. So okay, I'll take it for this. Okay, so the wrist measurement is 4 inches plus 1.5. You can measure your what is it? The elbow, divide by 2. But sometimes I just do it like that. Just take it straight. But you can take your elbow measurement, divide by 2. Elbow divide by 2 is what? 5 plus 1.5. 6, 7.5. 5.5 plus 1.5 is 11. 5 point, it's here. So it's a little bit smaller than I had done it. So it's supposed to come like this and like this. So this is my sleeve. So if you add, if you want, you can add 1 inch sewing allowance, but I always add 1.5. So it's up to you what you want to add. You can add 1 inch, you can add 1.5 inches on the sewing allowance. So this is the sleeve we are going to work with. So this is the sleeve. You need, but it's going to be longer than this, as I told you. I don't know yet how many inches it will be long, but that's what I'm going to use. Let me try to check and see how long I might need. Like this. I'm just trying this out because I'll have to confirm something before cutting this sleeve. $34, $56, $70, what? $70, this is 80, 18, 80 plus 17 is 90, 97. So 97 divided by 2 is 97 divided by 2 is 50 inches. Yeah, something like that. Okay. So to cut this sleeve, I'll do this. 42 inches. The sleeve is 42 inches. Let me check where 42 stops. It's down to the ground, and I don't want to waste this fabric. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Let me stop here today. I'll come back and finish off. Yeah. So thank you everyone for watching. I'll come back and finish this blouse here on live. Yes. I need to check out the sleeve length, the actual sleeve length, the length I need. Then I'll be back. Yes. Because if I cut here, this is wastage. If I cut here, it means I've wasted a lot of other fabric. Real wasting. Okay, I'll be back. Let me go get off for now. Thank you everyone for watching. Please do subscribe, hit the notification bell. You'll be notified when I put up a new video. I'm going to come back to sew this dress, to sew this blouse here when I finish, get the actual measurement I need for the sleeve, because she needs a longer sleeve and I don't know where exactly. It was to the floor, but before cutting, I don't want issues with customer. Customer can say, Taylor, that's not what I said. Oh my God. So thank you for watching. I love you so much. And God loves you. Have a good bye.